So your question you just answered was, what does a planet need in order to be habitable? Now, there's a lot of different answers you could have given that could be correct. However, I'm going to go over the two most common and probably the two biggest ones it needs. One is water. Why would a planet need water in order to be habitable? Well, everything we've ever discovered that is living needs water to survive. Everything. Humans, animals, camels, insects, bacteria, they all need water in some point in their lifespan in order to survive. So when we look for things on other planets that could possibly be signs of life, we're looking for liquid water or what maybe once was liquid water. Another thing it needs is energy. You need to eat every day. The food that you eat maybe came from, let's say, another animal. Maybe you had a hamburger. The energy that food gives you came from the animal. That energy came from the grass. That energy came from the sun. So you need energy, usually starting with the sun, in order to survive. So we're looking for planets that have water, that have energy, that could be thermal energy, could be light energy. But those are two of the things we're looking for the most: water and energy. So when we think about this in our solar system, the one place we know is able to support life, well, you're on it. It's Earth. So right here in our solar system, we know that that can have life. So what we're looking for as we look around our solar system is places that might be similar to Earth. The best place for us to start is probably right around Earth. We have a few planets around here that could be similar to Earth in some ways. These are called our rocky planets. And we have 4 rocky planets: Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They're the 4 planets that are the closest to the sun in that order. And we call them rocky planets because, well, they're all made of rock. While those other planets, like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, are all made of gas. So they don't have a rocky surface that we would be able to land on like our 4 rocky planets. So a rocky planet is any planet with a solid surface, such as Earth or Mars. Those are the 2 we're going to focus on the most during this unit. Now, a solar system is a whole bunch of planets interacting with each other and interacting with our star, the sun. So we need to also talk about what a system is: a set of interacting parts that form a complex whole. So you have all of these little pieces, or in the case of a solar system, big pieces, that interact and form our entire solar system. Now, a system doesn't have to be as big as a solar system. It could be something really small. It could also be like a planet itself. Every planet has a system of 4 spheres. In Earth system, we're talking about the hydrosphere, the atmosphere, the geosphere, and the biosphere. We're going to talk about what those mean, but those 4 spheres together form our entire Earth. When we talk about spheres, something to think about is just what the word sphere means. It's like a round circle, like a soccer ball is a sphere. The Earth is a sphere. So these words are pretty easy to remember if you remember what that means and then what the beginning means. We're going to look at each one of those right now. So when we talk about the atmosphere, for Earth's atmosphere, we're talking about the mixture of gases that surround a planet. In the case of Earth, those gases are mostly nitrogen and oxygen. You need oxygen to breathe. If we were in an atmosphere that had very little or no oxygen, humans wouldn't be able to breathe. Not everything needs oxygen or as much oxygen as we do, but you do need some kind of atmosphere in order to support life. Hydrosphere, hydro meaning water. So the hydrosphere is all of the liquid water and ice on a planet. Liquid water, like I said, is really important for a planet to support life, but we are the only planet we've been able to find that has liquid water on it. However, the ice at the top and bottom, or the poles of a planet, could also be considered part of the hydrosphere, and you might see some signs of those on another planet. The geosphere, geo meaning Earth, is the solid part of a rocky planet. So, our mountains, our canyons, things like that would be considered part of our geosphere. And finally, the biosphere. This is all of the living things on a planet. Plants, animals, humans, bacteria, that would all be considered the biosphere. Now, unfortunately, from what we found so far, Earth is the only planet in our solar system that currently has an active biosphere. What we're going to be trying to figure out is if we can find another planet that has a biosphere. So on the next couple of slides, what you're going to do is actually compare the 4 spheres of Earth's system to the 4 spheres of Mars's system. And you're going to go through those really carefully and then see if you can find some similarities between Earth and Mars and some differences. After you compare each one, you're going to go through and answer a really quick open-ended response of what do you find either the same or what do you find that is different. Read your questions really carefully so you know if you're pointing out something similar or different. And before each question, make sure you click on both slides so that you get a chance to compare Earth's sphere with Mars's sphere. All right, you can go ahead and do that now. If you have any questions or can't complete that activity, make sure you come by office hours today and make sure you get some practice in before your exit ticket at the end of class.